Washington Nationals. Now, listen, we're not leaning into betting a whole lot. We're talking about the win totals. 125-1 for this team to win the division is insane, given the upside that this team has. Am I crazy to think that?
To win the division,
this could be a really good team.
To win the division, probably. I mean, here's the issue, and this has been the issue for the Nats for years, for the past few years. Ever since good old Steven Strasburg stepped out of the rotation with whatever mess he had, the pitching has just been awful.
I think they fixed it.
Mackenzie Gore's still in the rotation, and he's statistically the worst pitcher in baseball.
No, what stat are you using? That's bad because I drafted him a lot in my best ball draft.
This one right here, this stat right here. It's in the heart. I know it.
I love it. We're looking at additions and subtractions. The only one that matters, they re-signed Derek Law. I don't know if you've seen that man pitch, but that is like your classic drinking beers guy. Go out, throw a couple innings, call it a day. I miss the days he was a Red. We're also looking at Lucas Sims, former Red, agreed to a 1-year contract. Paul DeYoung, 1-year contract. That's a name I can't pronounce, but he's Japanese, so I'm assuming he's pretty good. Shinosuke Shinosuke Ogasawara, a starting/relief pitcher, so I guess they're going to put him wherever he wants to. 2-year contract. Ahmed Rosario, 1-year contract. Josh Bell, 1-year contract. Michael Soroka, 1-year contract. Nathaniel Lowe, they acquired via trade from the Rangers for Robert Garcia. Not a bad first base bat. Losses, Joey Meneses, Patrick Corbin. That's not much of a loss. That's in the gambling world, that's literally a holiday. We talked about Michael King Day last year. Patrick Corbin Day at first 5 over, the opposite team total of whatever you want to do. Him leaving is not a problem for the Nationals. Trevor Williams leaves. Jacob Barnes leaves. Did I miss anything, Seth?
Not that I'm seeing, no.
I was going to say, it seems like that was pretty much it. We're looking at the starting lineup. C.J. Abrams, great leadoff guy. Dylan Cruz, young guy. James Wood, young guy that got some playing time last year. Nathaniel Lowe, Josh Bell, Luis Garcia Jr. I'll link it. If you've watched my 5 players I like for 2025, Luis Garcia Jr. is one of them. Guy's going to be a stud. Keibert Ruiz, Paul DeYoung, Jacob Young. On the bench, Riley Adams, Jose Tena, Ahmed Rosario, Alex Call. That's a couple guys I've never heard of other than Rosario. Starting rotation, Mackenzie Gore, the ace. Jake Irvin, Mitchell Parker, Trevor Williams, Mike Soroka. Not great, not awful, middling, I would say. And then we'll talk about the bullpen real quick. Kyle Finnegan will be the closer. I feel like they just recently extended him. Jorge Lopez, Derek Law, my man, Jose Ferre, Lucas Sims, Evan Reifert, and then our guy, Shinosuke Ogasawara. Washington Nationals, fun team. Lots of young. It kind of reminds me of the Reds a little bit a couple years ago when they had all the young talent coming up, and it was like the whole world's in front of you. What do you think of this Nationals team?
A lot of young talent. I think you compared those two teams very well. I think the Reds have a little bit of a leg up because they got good old Tito managing, but I think they're good. I mean, the Nationals have James Wood, Dylan Cruz. Those two guys are immaculate. And there's one thing that the Nationals are known for doing, and that's stealing bases and pressuring teams when they get on base. And I think that is one of their keys to winning. It's just, can their pitching come through? I think with their young talent, they're going to be able to put up runs, put pressures on defense, but are they going to be able to apply the same pressure when they are playing defense? So that's my only worry with them. So the 125-1, I mean, if I wanted to sprinkle $10 on it, I could see $10, but it's not a bet that's super major that I see working out.
I put $1 on it. I'm not scared. I think the upside of this team is great. DJ Hers, I don't know why he's not listed in that starting rotation. Maybe there's an injury I missed or something, but he's a young guy that if he ends up getting starts, I think is going to be very valuable to the team. You're right about the stolen bases. Ranked first. They had the most stolen bases last year. Offensively, didn't do much else. Relief pitcher's pretty good at limiting walks last year, but they did some retooling to that bullpen, so who knows if that stays the same or not. Seth, for the Nationals, we are looking at 72.5 wins. I'm going over. Oh my gosh. This is at least a 500 team.
Yeah, I'd take the over on them. Did we mention Josh Bell in that lineup?
Yes, Josh Bell batting 5th behind Nathaniel Lowe. I think DH maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did we mention Colin Poche in their bullpen?
Oh, I did not. No, Colin Poche. He's blurred out for some non-roster invitee. Colin
Really?
Poche. Yep. He's
Minor
still in the
league
bullpen.
contract.
Yes,
Minor league
yeah.
contract. I know he didn't have the best season last year with the Rays, but I can see him coming up and having legitimate innings for them.
Yeah, it seems like the world's in front of him. We both are going over 72.5. That's a little disrespectful. These guys get paid too.